Hello dear students, today we will discuss about a displacement vector. Dear students, you already know that a displacement. So displacement means it is the shortest distance between initial to final position. So that's when we consider that a displacement. Today we will discuss about displacement vectors. Okay, so displacement vector. Dear students, you already know that a position vector. So this position vector always starts from origin and it reaches the point where it is present. Yes, it means a tail always we consider that it is present at origin and head always it is present at a particle position. So that's when we consider that a position vector. Okay dear students, so here we want to calculate a displacement vector. Is how to find out this displacement vector by using position vector. Okay, here we consider that a graph, x-axis, and this one is a y-axis, and a particle. So this one we consider that particle a traveling a path in a plane. Okay, so here the two position of a particle. So this position we consider that a P and this position is a Q. So two position of a particle. For example, we consider that this one is initial position and this one is a final position. And here, so this one is a origin. So here we want to calculate a displacement between P and Q. So this reason we consider that a position vector. First, we consider that a position of a particle P. The position of a particle P, it means we already know that position vectors start from origin. Okay, so this one we consider that a position vector. This position vector we consider that a R1. And another one particle position Q. So this point is also start from origin. Yes, okay. So here this vector, position vector, we consider that a R2. So we want to calculate displacement vector. It means a displacement between P and Q. So this reason the displacement vector start from a initial position and ends with a final position. It means it's a tail always present in initial position and head present at a final position. So this reason, so displacement vector, so displacement vector we consider that so line directed to initial and a final position of a particle. Or we consider that it is a line segment directed to initial and a final position. So this one is a initial position and this one we consider that a final position of a particle. It means a tail present at initial position and head present at a final position. So this reason, so this one we consider that a displacement vector. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಟೇಲ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿರ್ತದ್ರಿ ಇನಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಹತ್ರ ಹೆಡ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತ್ರಿ ಫೈನಲ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್. ಓಕೆ, R1 ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ R1 ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ R2 ಇವೆರಡು ಏನ್ರಿ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ P ಅಂಡ್ Q. ಹೌದಾ? ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ದ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಆಫ್ R1 ಅಂಡ್ R2. The values of position vector R1 and R2 along x-axis and y-axis. Okay, so here, so final position, so this position we consider that x2 along x-axis and this position x1 along x-axis, and particle P position along y-axis is y1 and the particle Q position along y-axis, so this one is a y2. The position in between the difference in between position we consider that delta x is, so delta x is equal to x2 minus x1, And here, so this position we consider that a delta y. So delta y means y2 minus y1. Okay, so here two position vectors, and this one we consider that a displacement vector. We want to calculate this displacement vector. How to calculate? Okay, so displacement vector, so displacement vector. Okay, so displacement vector means so here final position and final position. If you subtract final position minus initial position, then we get the value of a displacement vector. So this reason, so this displacement vector delta vector r is the position vector delta vector r is equal to vector r2 minus vector r1. Vector r2 minus vector r1. Okay, so position vector of r2. So position vector of r2, we already know that the position along x-axis and the y-axis. And one thing, if you remember that unit vector along x-axis is I cap, unit vector along y-axis is j cap. Suppose if you consider that another one axis, z-axis, suppose particle present in a space is, we want to calculate a position of so these it means a displacement vector of so this particle is, so here we consider that another one axis z-axis and unit vector along z-axis is a k cap is. Okay, so here the position of r2, it means final position of a particle r2 cap, its value along x-axis x2 I cap plus y-axis we consider that y2 j cap. So this one is a position vector of r2, vector r2. Another one is a position vector of r1. The position vector of r1 is the position along x-axis x1 I cap plus along y-axis y1 j cap is, so these two we consider that a position vectors values. We already know that a displacement vector is equal to position vector r2 minus position vector r1. So this reason the displacement vector r is equal to delta r is equal to r2 value x2 I cap plus y2 j cap minus vector r1. It means x1 I cap plus y1 j cap is, so x2 I cap plus y2 j cap minus x1 I cap plus y1 j cap. So this reason here we consider that this displacement vector r cap is equal to, so make I cap values in one side and j caps values in another side. ಏನು ಮಾಡಮ್ರಿ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ ಮತ್ತು ಜೆ ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಗಳನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಮ್, ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್, the first one x2 minus into x1 minus x1 is, so here common we consider that I cap and j cap values, so here plus y2 minus y1 j cap. So common is j cap. It means vector, unit vector along y-axis, unit vector along x-axis. So this reason x2 minus x1. So x2 minus x1 we consider that delta x is, so delta x I cap plus y2 minus y1. So this value is delta y j cap. Okay, so displacement vector. So displacement vector delta r is equal to delta xi cap plus delta yj cap. Yes, so this one is a displacement vector. Suppose we want to calculate magnitude of this displacement vector. The magnitude of displacement vector, it means delta r is equal to whole root of delta x square plus delta y square. So this one is a magnitude of a displacement vector. As delta r is equal to whole root of delta x square plus delta y square. So this one is a magnitude of a displacement vector. Suppose we consider that the particle present in a space. So this reason here we consider that 3 dimension. So this reason, so delta r is equal to delta xi cap plus delta y j cap plus delta z k cap. Otherwise we want to calculate magnitude. It means delta r is equal to whole root of delta x square plus delta y square plus delta z square. It means a displacement vector in a space. It means we consider that 3 coordinates. It means 3 dimensions. Next one, we want to calculate average velocity and average acceleration. Okay, so first one is average velocity. So average velocity, you already know that. So total displacement by total time taken. So that's when we consider that average velocity. Here the average velocity is equal to change in displacement divided by total time taken. So change in displacement divided by total time taken. Okay, so this one we consider that average velocity. Okay, you already know that displacement vector. So here we consider that change in displacement. We already know that a displacement vector is, suppose object moving in a plane. Object moving in a plane means we consider that only 2 axis. One is x axis, another one is a y axis. So this reason here we consider that average velocity. Otherwise average velocity is equal to change in displacement divided by total time taken. Okay, so average velocity, change in displacement, we already know that displacement vector value delta x I cap plus delta y j cap divided by total time taken. So this one we consider that delta t. Velocity along x-axis and velocity along it means the displacement along x-axis, the displacement along y-axis divided by total time taken. So this one is a delta t. Okay, so this equation I will split like that. It means average velocity is equal to along x-axis displacement divided by so time delta t plus velocity along, it means a displacement along y-axis divided by time delta t. So this reason you already know that velocity is equal to displacement by time. Is x we consider that a displacement, t means a time and v means a velocity. Okay, so displacement divided by time, it means a velocity, it means a velocity along x-axis. So velocity along x-axis we consider that vx, velocity along x-axis I cap plus velocity along a y-axis Vy j cap. And here we consider that average velocity is, so average velocity is equal to velocity along x-axis plus velocity along a y-axis. So this reason average velocity is equal to Vx I cap plus a Vy j cap. So this one is a velocity, average velocity in a plane. Suppose we consider that the object it is in a space. So here we want to calculate a velocity, average velocity. It means average velocity is equal to velocity along x-axis Vx I cap plus velocity along y-axis Vy j cap plus velocity along z-axis, it means Vz k cap. So this one is a velocity, average velocity in a space. Okay, so here delta x I cap plus a delta y j cap. So in simple way, average velocity is equal to delta r cap divided by delta t. So delta r value we consider that delta r cap value we consider that delta x I cap plus delta y j cap. Yes, so this reason, so this value we consider that delta x I cap plus delta y j cap. So this one is a average velocity. And the next concept we consider that average acceleration is, in average acceleration you already know that, so total change in velocity by time taken. So that's when we consider that average acceleration, or final velocity minus initial velocity divided by time. So that is also we consider that average acceleration. Okay, average acceleration. So acceleration, velocity by time, it means a change in velocity by total time taken. Average acceleration, average acceleration is equal to change in velocity divided by total time taken. Total time taken. So this one is the average acceleration. Okay, you already know that the average velocity is delta v is equal to Vx I cap plus a Vy j cap. So this one is the average velocity in a plane. So this reason, so average acceleration is equal to, average acceleration is equal to, the first one we consider that change in velocity divided by total time taken, divided by total time taken. So this reason delta v, it means average velocity, we consider that along x-axis Vx I cap plus Vy j cap divided by delta t, total time taken. So this reason average acceleration is equal to, I will split this equation, it means velocity along x-axis divided by time plus velocity along y-axis divided by time. Okay, acceleration means velocity by time is, so acceleration is equal to velocity divided by time. So this one is the acceleration formula. So this reason the average acceleration is equal to Vx by delta t. So this one is acceleration along x-axis plus Vy by t. So acceleration along y-axis. So this is equation of average acceleration. Suppose we consider that the object it is present in a space. It means average acceleration is equal to acceleration along x-axis plus acceleration along y-axis plus acceleration along z-axis. Acceleration along z-axis. So A average is equal to ax I cap plus ay j cap plus az k cap. Yes, object it is in a space.